साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। Om Shri Sai Ram. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan Baba. Now I request our director, Srimati Karuna Mamshi, to fix the context and start the satsang.
Om Shri Sai Ram. I offer myself at Bhagwan's lotus feet and I pray for his presence here right now. Thank you everybody for joining us. This is a family satsang that no one ever wants to have. It's a nightmare, a bad dream that we all wish we could wake up from and realize it's not real. But sadly, we are gathered here this evening to remember our precious brother, Sri Kannan Ramani, who left us so suddenly. The Sri SSSVV family is grief-stricken and in shock. We are unable to come to terms with this tragedy. We have all heard Swami tell us so many times about the transience of life and that pleasure is an interval between two pains. Today, all of us realize how easy it is to say those words in a speech and how excruciating it is to practice. In the face of a cruel twist of fate, when a loved one is snatched away from us. No notice, zero preparation, really bad timing. I know for sure that I will never forget the shock in Brother Kumar Jayaraman's voice when he called me to convey this sad news to me. He didn't even know how to complete the sentence. Disbelief, denial, and an outcry of grief, outpouring of grief started to come in on every group of Vidyavahini family. A deep sadness struck all of us, and today we hope to express our collective pain for losing our dear brother Kannan. Today we also hope to share our fondest memories and life lessons that Kannan brother taught us through his short and sweet life of simplicity. He only lived for 44 years on this earth in this incarnation, and yet our brother touched thousands of lives positively because he genuinely practiced the teachings of Bhagwan Baba. No veneer, no show off, just authentic, real, raw love for Swami. Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Vahini will never be the same without Kannan brother. Our foundational literacy and numeracy program Sopan will never be the same without Kannan brother. Our lives can never be the same without our Rock of Gibraltar for all reasons and all seasons. That was Kannan Ramani. And the lives of his respected mother, Mrs. Saroja, his sister, Meera, his brother-in-law, his nieces and other family members. No, we can't even imagine the pain they must be going through right now. What Brother Kannan has taught me by his example is that the world will remember us and celebrate our lives after we leave the body, not for our name or our fame or the millions that we have in the bank or the dry knowledge and scholarship we have, but because of the love in our hearts and the light of God that we emit from our Atma. Swami says, no, a teaspoon of cow's milk is far more valuable than a barrel of donkey's milk. Our Kannan brother represented that teaspoon of pure cow's milk, quality over quantity. Kannan brother was a person who exemplified purity, simplicity, sincerity, and hard work. And he proved to us that these virtues still work and leave an impact upon the world, no matter the razzmatazz of the media and the maya of this world. In the end, truth and simplicity still prevail. Let us dedicate this evening to remembering our dear brother and, most importantly, thank him for his presence in our lives. Every time I think of Brother Kannan, I see him standing big like this, like Swami Vivekananda, with that very reassured smile on his face. Somehow I just can't get that expression or that picture out of my inner mind's eye. Only now we realize how deeply and yet how subtly he had carved a special spot in each of our hearts, only because of his kindness, his commitment, and his general goodness. Clean hearted man, hard working colleague, quiet and sincere. Kannan Ramani has left a beautiful imprint on all of our hearts. How can we express our love for him, our gratitude to him, and our prayers for his onward journey? These are some of the existential questions that we are all grappling with. In a few days from now, we will be running yet another Sopan training in Madurai, the first ever without Kannan. Our hearts ache and we feel so lost. Life will never be the same for any of us who have experienced the gift of God in the form of Brother Kannan Ramani. Why, Brother Kannan, did you have to leave so soon? Did Swami need you for something urgent on the other side? We are all hurting without you. I don't know if you are missing us. How do we reconcile this? How can we get on with our lives here and you with yours? Is it even conceivable? Only if we all surrender to the will of God and accept this pain as Bhagwan's prasadam and let the churning inside us purify us, then and only then will we never take a hero like you for granted in our lives again. Pranams to you, dear brother, wherever you are. I hope you're seated in the lap of Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. I hope his arms are wrapped around you and you're in his divine embrace, happy and free. Pranams to our Lord, the Master of Time, before whose will we have no control. We can only surrender. Anyatha Sharanam Nasti Bhagwan. Please help us in our pain and grief. We are so helpless and we are so dependent on you, Swami, in this moment of difficulty. Over now to Krishna Rao Sir, correspondent, Sri Satya Sai Bal Gurukulam, Palayam Kotai, Tamil Nadu. Over to you, Krishna Rao Sir. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram. Pranams to our beloved Bhagwan. In the realm of foundational literacy and numeracy training, there are few who possess the ability to inspire, empower, and guide others on their linguistic journeys, like Mr. Kannan. Today, we gather not only in grief, but also in paying homage to Mr. Kannan, an extraordinary individual, a Sopan trainer who left an indelible mark on countless lives. Though his time with us was tragically cut short, his legacy as a mentor, a friend, and a beacon of knowledge will forever shine brightly. In the prime of life, with the boundless passion of flame, he embarked on a mission, his heart set on his aim. With a fervor unmatched and a spirit so kind, he nurtured learners' dreams, expanding their minds. Patiently, he crafted lessons with care, unveiling linguistic wonders for all to share. Each word he spoke held the power to inspire, igniting flames of curiosity, reaching higher. His voice may now be still, but the echoes of his wisdom forever will distill. Day after day, he stood at the helm, guiding teachers through words like a sacred lamp, grammar, syntax, vocabulary galore. Never just a mentor, but a teacher in disguise. He nurtured confidence, helping dreams to rise. His absence is deeply felt, an unfathomable void, but we will cherish the memories. In the hearts of teachers, he will forever reside, a star that shines bright, a constant guide. As we bid farewell, let us honor his legacy, carrying forward the torch with unwavering gleam. To our departed Kannan Sairam, we offer our final farewell. May his spirit find eternal peace, knowing that his impact lives on within each teacher whose life he touched. The legacy he left behind is a testament to his dedication, passion, and the immeasurable value of education. Rest in peace, dear mentor, knowing that your memory will forever be cherished in our hearts. To the family of Sairam Kannan, our hearts go out to you during this time of immeasurable loss. Sairam, now I request Mrs. Kamala, teacher, Satyasai Balagurukulam Matriculation School, Palangote, to take over.
சாய்ராம், பகவானின் பொற்பாத கமலங்களுக்கு என் அனந்தகோடி நமஸ்காரங்கள். கண்ணன், கண்ணன் என்றாலே கதாரதா, கதாரதா என்றால் கண்ணன். இப்படித்தான் எங்களுக்கு கண்ணன் சாரை தெரியும். கண்ணன் பெயரை போலவே வண்ணத்தில் கருமை, எண்ணத்தில் தூய்மை, பேச்சினில் இனிமை, பார்வையில் எளிமை, தேகத்தில் வலிமை, எப்போதும் பொறுமை. இதுதான் அவர். கல்வி கண்திறந்தவர் என்று காமராசரை நாம் கேட்டிருக்கிறோம். ஆனால் கல்விக்காக தன் கண்களையே மூடிய கண்ணனை இப்போதுதான் பார்க்கிறோம். ரதத்தினை முன்னின்று இழுத்தவர், கதாரதம் இதனை முன்னின்று இழுத்தவர் இன்று ரதத்திலேறி சென்று விட்டார். ஆசிரியர்களுக்கெல்லாம் வழிகாட்டியாக இருந்தவர் வழிதாங்காமல் சென்று விட்டார். என் கடன் பணி செய்து கிடப்பதே என்று கூறிய நாவுக்கரசரை போல கடைசி வரை பணி செய்து கொண்டே இருந்தார். அதனால்தான் பூமியில் செய்த பணி போதுமென்று தனக்கு பணி செய்ய அழைத்து விட்டார் அந்த இறைவன். அவருடைய டிபியை பார்த்தாலே இப்போது தெரியும். பூமியில் செய்த பணி போதுமென்று தனக்கு பணி செய்ய அழைத்து விட்டார் அந்த இறைவன். தோன்றில் புகழோடு தோன்றுக, அஃதிலார் தோன்றலின் தோன்றாமை நன்று. புகழுக்காகவே புகழால் வாழ்ந்து கொண்டிருப்பவர். இன்று அவர் புகழ் நாம் பாடுகிறோம். அவர் இல்லாமல் கல்விக்காக உயிர் கொடுத்தோர் என்றும் மரணிப்பதில்லை. ஆம், ஆசிரியர் மனதிலும் மாணவர்களின் மனதிலும் கதாரதா இருக்கும் வரை கண்ணன் புகழ் என்றும் நிலைக்கும். ஜெய் சாய்ராம். மகாலட்சுமி ஆசிரியரை அழைக்கிறேன்.
Om Shri Sairam. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of Mother Sai. I felt short of words to express my deep sorrow on the sudden demise of our Kannan brother. He was a well-known personality among our staff members. He guided them with good suggestions and motivated them to participate in all activities, sopan activities. He had frequent contact with us and cleared the doubts then and there. He came to our school for observation, and it was an unforgettable day for us because we enjoyed that session that much. 4 standard children performed pretend play activity, and he acted all the characters and taught them how to deliver the dialogues. With his dedication and efforts, he encouraged our teachers to prepare creative teaching aids. His tremendous support helped us to bring our children up to their level. We are expressing our heartfelt sympathy to his mother, sister, and family members. We pray Sai to bless his family with strength to sail through this tough situation. Sai Ram. Now I hand over to Uma Maheshwari ma'am, Ambattur School.
Om Sri Sairam, offering my humble pranam at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Bhagavan. I want to share one small memory about Brother Kannan. I got to know Brother Kannan during Katha and Ratha workshop in my school. I had a tough time with one activity where I had to come up with one alliterative word for my name. When I was struggling with that, Brother Kannan only helped me to find out the word. He said, "Ma'am, why don't you use ultimate the word before your name?" That was the first time I worked with him. After that, we went on to work together in number of activities. He was such a humble person who was always ready to share his knowledge. And it feels so hard to lose such a person who was always there to help others. My deepest condolences to his family, and he will be always with us in our thoughts. Sairam. I request Srimati Bhagilakshmi ma'am from Trivandrum School. Sairam.
Om Sri Sairam, my humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagavan Mother Sai. Our dear brother, Mr. Kannan, was a great teacher for us because he appreciates every simple effort taken by the teachers. He creates a positive impact among the teachers. He will motivate us and he will guide us in the where we feel difficulties. He came to our school to guide us and to visit us. We should not imagine the place where we are finding difficulties. He has solved that in a simple way, and with his smile, he will convey everything. He guides us and he leads the sessions fruitfully. We started loving our Sopan sessions because of him. He motivates and he guides us in the nook and corner of the letter or maybe. On behalf of our Satyasai School, Tiruvachiyur and Satyasai Vidya Vahini, we all should thank him and we all should pray together to give immense strength to his family and also may his soul rest in peace. I'm handovering to Hasini ma'am.
Vanakkam Sairam. I'm Santoshni from Baba Matriculation School, Manamudurai. May Kannan Sairam rest in peace. எங்களுக்கு அவங்க எப்படின்னா ரொம்ப கைடன்ஸ் நல்லா பண்ணாங்க. ஒரு ஆக்டிவிட்டி தெரியல அப்படின்னா எங்களுக்கு அதை ரொம்ப கிளியரா சொல்லி கொடுத்தாங்க. தென் நாங்க இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ணதை பார்த்துட்டு டீச்சர்ஸ் எல்லாமே ஒரு இன்சிடென்ட் நடந்துச்சு. நாங்க இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பார்த்துட்டு நீங்க எல்லாருமே அப்படியே ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் மாதிரியே எனக்கு பண்றீங்க, எனக்கு ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா இருக்குன்னு சொன்னாங்க. அவங்களுக்கு இவ்வளவு தெரிஞ்சிருக்குன்ற ஒரு இதே இல்லாம இன்னும் நம்மளுக்கு தெரிஞ்சவங்களுக்கு கத்து கொடுக்கணும்ன்ற ஆர்வம் எல்லாமே சார்ட்ட இருந்துச்சு. இப்ப நாங்க ரொம்ப மிஸ் பண்றோம். எங்களுக்கு சோஃபான் ஆக்டிவிட்டி அப்படின்னாலே கண்ணன் சாய்ராம் மேம் தான் வரும். இருக்காங்க, நம்ம கூட தான் இருக்காங்க. அந்த சோஃபான் ஆக்டிவிட்டி மூலமா நம்மளுக்கு அவங்க கிடைச்சிருக்காங்க. நம்ம அவங்கள நினைச்சிட்டே இருக்கணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு நானும் அவங்கள்ட்ட இருந்து இன்னும் நிறைய அவங்க பண்ணிட்டு போன எல்லா விஷயமும் மறுபடியும் கேதர் பண்ணி எல்லாமே நல்லபடியா எல்லாருக்குமே கிடைக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அவங்க நம்மளுக்கு துணையா இருப்பாங்கன்னு சொல்லிட்டு நானும் வேண்டிக்கிறேன். தேங்க்யூ.
Sairam, requesting Srimati Anusha of Mahatma School to share her thoughts.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, everybody. Even after knowing that any soul born on this world has to leave one day this world. But the physical separation of Brother Kannan is really creating a tragedy in all of us. So while I recollect the memories that I had with Brother Kannan, it has been more than 6 years that I've worked with him for Vidyavahini. He was the same person from the day one I saw him for Vidyavahini, the same happy face, and always being the first person to come prior to the venue and get ready with all the arrangements. I still couldn't forget that last satsang session. He was a previous speaker, and still that memory lingers in my mind. I deeply pray for the family to come out of this grief, and may Swami give his soul the rest and peace, and give us all the strength to carry on with the mission that which he was working for. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share my memories to Brother Kannan. Thanks to Family Satsang. I request Subbu brother, the planning and strategy lead, to continue with his memories with Brother Kannan. Thank you.
Saira, offering myself at the divine lotus feet of our Bhagwan. Kannan and I, have a relationship which goes for close to a decade now. Initially, we met during the, some training activities. But subsequently, as I kind of, never once he said that he is the one who started the Sai Circle School or something. There is absolutely no air about him. He's somebody who's so humble. It's difficult to see someone like that. And over a period of time, our relationship, kind of cemented, and he has become like a brother to me. Anything, we can always think, when we started this Virudhunagar exercise of so far, our biggest strength at that time, and probably going forward, is Kannan. We have to visit so many schools. How do we do it? Brother, I am ready, brother. I packed my suitcase. Suitcase is ready. Once the kind of COVID restrictions were relaxed, and when NITI told us that we have to do a baseline assessment again, there were 91 schools. We were wondering how we could possibly complete that exercise. But again, for various reasons, neither I couldn't travel, Raj Sri Sairam, they couldn't travel. But Kannan said that, okay, brother, I will go and finish it. He made 2 trips over a fortnight and visited 91 schools and completed assessment of all the children in those 91 schools. I mean, these are schools which not even the school officials would have visited. Okay. Now, that is the highest commitment, right? Kannan, as the name suggests, right? He is a Maya Kannan. He is an Avadara Purushan, right? He has come for a specific purpose, right? He finished the purpose and he left. But only thing is, we were kind of deluded by the Maya. When Purandaradasa sings, Jagado Dharana, he basically says that, Mother Yashoda was not aware of the power of, Kanna, right, Krishna. She was thinking this is another child, right? So she treated him as a child. Today, I feel that, we kind of treated him as another normal person. I think he is extraordinary. Ennatavam Seidalo Saroja Amma, right? So to get a child like Kannan, right? Somebody, Karna sister mentioned Rock of Gibraltar, right? He is something much, much more than that, right? He is any situation, for every season, for every reason, someone completely dependable, right? And the height of it is that, with no pretension, always ready to help, ever ready to travel. Yeah, anything. I'm going to really miss, whenever we travel, Virudhunagar, we have our morning walk. We would be singing bhajan. We visit temples, because in Bangalore, I don't get to visit temples, but there we would visit every single temple. We sit there and we used to loudly sing, our bhajans. And I'm going to miss all of that. And I don't think that anyone would actually be able to replace that. It's, I don't know, words fail me. Sairam. I request Dr. Radhika Rani sister to continue.
Sairam, and my humble pranams at the lotus feet of Sai Ma. Shraddhanjali to our dear Brother Kannan. My respectful pranams to his mother, who has nurtured him and made him a simple, humble, and noble soul. We all will miss him. Everyone would agree with me that whoever interacted with Kannan brother, in a very short time, they became so close to him. And we had so much to learn from him. If I start listing the good qualities in him, the list will go on and on. I would just like to highlight one quality of his, that is perseverance, persistence to complete any work. I got associated with him with the Sopan training in Ishwarama School in November 2022. And in this short time, we became so close. And he was so enthusiastic to translate the Sopan material into Hindi because we need it for Vidisha project, Sopan project in Vidisha, that he said, sister, I will start translating, you please review. Every day, this was around May, mid-May, and every day he would translate 1 or 2 files and he would keep on telling me, sister, did you review? If I didn't, then he would again message me, he'll call me, we will discuss. And this went on at quite a fast pace. And on 9th June also, he called me and he discussed some things with me. And on 10th June, it was his last message around 10:20. Sister, I have edited the file, please review. By evening, when we heard the news, we were heartbroken. Kannan brother, I salute you. We will all miss you. My deepest sympathies with the family and prayers to Swami to give them strength to all of us to bear this loss. Thank you, Sairam. I will request Keshwa brother, multimedia team lead, to take over.
Loving Sairam to all. I continue with the same note as Radhika Rani ma'am told, saluting Kannan brother and auntie who nurtured this kind of great humanity for us. Listening to everyone, I remember one quotation from the chapter 8 of Vidya Vahini, where Swami says, and I quote, prompted by the urge to advance the progress of others, a person who dedicates their wealth, skill, and intelligence, their position and status becomes truly great. Unquote. That's what our Brother Kannan. Brother Kannan was a prime example of this, dedicating not only his wealth, skill, and intelligence, but also his heart and soul to this divine mission. We are grateful to Swami, allowing us to know and be with one of his finest creations. Brother Kannan was an impeccable screenplay writer in the multimedia team who brought to life multiple roles in his earthly sojourn to please the divine director. As witness to his life, we pray for Brother Kannan's happy soul to attain Sadgati. We take solace in knowing that he has left behind a legacy of kindness, compassion, and creativity that will continue to inspire us. Sai Ram. Now I request Chandra ma'am, training team lead, to share her thoughts.
Shri Sai Ram. Continuing the same sentiment expressed by my colleagues, I associated with Kannan brother in a regular manner when we started training for Vidisha, which Radhika ma'am had mentioned. In the beginning, I used to call him. He said one thing: call me anytime. Call me any number of times until you are comfortable, until you are confident to go and deliver this training in Hindi. So that was that. So I called him, I have no idea, countless times. And he cleared all my doubts. He answered all my questions. And then once we landed in Vidisha and we started getting busy with the training, it was his turn. He would call me. He knew when the session starts and when it ends. And at the end of the session, he would call and ask, how did it go? Do you have any questions? Did they have any questions? Do you need my help to clear any doubts that the participants had? So even though he was in Chennai, his heart was in the training hall in Bhopal. After that, we had also worked together for many training programs in Parthi. The last training program we did together, I was just coming here to the center today. I was remembering how he had set up a walk, Sopan walk, activity walk for the teachers all around this particular hall. There is a walk path around this hall, and he had set up activities. It was so much fun for the participants. It was such a great experience. And every time that I have worked alongside him, I have learned something. I have learned how this example that Subbu brother had also talked about, how you identify the need of the trainee and you respond to it right there. And that is a great lesson I have learned from him. And also how to just serve Swami in every activity we do, in every word that you type, in every email that you send, just serving Swami. With that feeling, how he has been serving, that has been a great lesson for me. And as Karuna ma'am said, we all miss him. I don't know how we are going to do the next Sopan training without him. And it's something unimaginable for us. And I just pray to him and to Swami to give us that strength to go through that. Our only solace is that right now, I'm sure that he's even closer to Swami than he was when he was right here amongst us doing Swami's work. He's even closer to Swami, as he well deserves. So that is our only solace. Thank you, Sai Ram. I now request Sister Shobha Dasika from the training team to take over.
Sai Ram, I echo the same sentiments as my other colleagues and all of them from the Vidyavahini family. My association with Kannan brother was just a year. Last year, same time, around June 8th to 10th, that was the first time I met him. And I just cannot think that this year, same time, June, he's not in the midst of us. And never knew that this would happen, and destiny has snatched away such a loving person. And the last phone call, the last few weeks we were associated with the Sopan demos. And the previous evening, every time I call him around 3:30 or 4 o'clock and just ask him some doubts. And that day, on Friday, he called me and said, sister, every time you call me, today I am calling you at 3:30 or 4. And he asked me what I would be doing in the demo, and he was so happy. So that phone call keeps ringing in my ear even till today. And I don't know how to get over that incident, and only Swami has to give us that strength. For such a beautiful person I have come across in my life, always smiling and always cheerful and ever willing to help at any time of the day. So just like Lord Krishna, just Kannan, it is called in Tamil, he was a companion of several gopikas, but he had stolen the hearts of several children, be it in Vidisha, Virudnagar, wherever he went. I think he spread that light, that radiance in everybody, and he also, and all the Vidyavahini family members who are here in the Satsang or not here in the Satsang. His dedication to the project, I think every rung of the ladder, the word Sopan itself, he had given his untiring dedication to that project without any kind of no time it was, day or night, any time. I think he was always into this project. And in fact, I was just going through, and one shloka really touched me that it is very suitable for Kannan brother. I would like to just tell this shloka because it has such a profound meaning that is so related to Kannan brother. Yoginam api sarvesham madgatenantaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yukta thamo matah. This verse means the idea that those who have deep faith, unwavering dedication, and continuously engage in selfless service are considered the greatest among yogis. It emphasizes the importance of wholeheartedly working towards a higher purpose and maintaining a constant connection with the divine. I'm sure Kannan brother is a true yogi in all sense with what this shloka says. And I'm sure he is safe in the hands of Swami. And I only pray Swami that to give the strength, the mental strength and the physical strength to his mother, the Yashoda Ma of Kannan, whom she has given to this world. And I pray she gets the complete strength, and to his sister and all the other family members who were associated with him, with all our Vidyavahini family members. Jai Sai Ram. And over to you, Vasanta sister.
Sai Ram. My association with Kannan started only 2.5 years back. I met him personally only last June in one of our T3 trainings at Patti. During my interactions with him, whenever I was talking to him, either he was traveling to Virudnagar or he must have just come back from the Virudnagar. I always used to wonder how he was able to travel long distances in the hot sun during summers and other times. I asked him also several times. He just used to smile and change the topic. And he gave special attention and dedicated time with each and every trainer. And everybody agrees with me that. And he gave a special feeling to us as if we are very important to him. And he used to explain each and every detail about the Sopan training. And he spoke to several people on the previous day. And it so happened to me just 2 days before, on 6th. So I was working late night, and then he saw me online, and then he spoke to me. And he advised me saying that, please sister, don't work this late. It's not good for your health. Then I was explaining to him I was traveling, and then so I had to complete the assignment of the Sopan before that. And he said he was happy that I'm doing the LMS completion of Sopan. And I had a problem because of the long distance of the time. I was unable to give the demos for the Sopan training. And he told me, sister, don't worry. I'll arrange the mentors for you to take up your demos according to your convenient time. Now, he said, sister, you're calling me brother. So take this brother's advice and stop working late night, please don't work. Now, no more talks, go to sleep. So, no more talks after that with Brother Kannan. And I feel he lived in love and showed everyone how to do the work. And for me, he is a Amar Jivi, that is one who leaves the world after the death, but they stays in life forever with everyone in everyone's heart. And Brother Kannan, you are in our thoughts, in our prayers and in hearts. No more talks now, only work. We will try our best to work for Sopan. Thank you so much. Now I request Brother DP, that is Durga Prasad brother from AP, to continue. Saira.
Loving Sairams to all. I never ever expected that I would be having this day in my life. But that is what life is. It is unpredictable, uncertain. Myself and Brother Kannan were very good colleagues even before Sopan project. Many times we met in Parthi ashram for trainings and for different purpose. Every time we meet, we always had good time sharing our thoughts. We all know he is truly a virtuous soul and a person. I had many good memories with Brother Kannan. I want to share one among that. He is well disciplined, not only at work, but in every act of his. I would like to share one incident that I always recall the most. Once we are in Parthi ashram, myself and Kannan brother came out early morning to go around ashram visiting temples. It happened to be that Gayatri temple was which was very close to our room. I said we will visit Gayatri Ma first, then we go to Ganesh Mandir at the main gate, which is far. Then what he says, no brother, we have to follow the sequence. First Ganesha, then only other god or goddesses. Let's go to Ganesha, and he pulled me to Ganesha temple near main gate, and he bring back me to the Gayatri temple. That was the discipline he has in every action he does. He followed the discipline in every act he does. Brother Kannan made a great contributions to the organization. Sopan is one such contribution, and he made it move forward in numerous ways. His work here will not soon be forgotten. Brother Kannan was incredibly kind, and I always enjoy speaking with him. His presence will be missed. Brother Kannan, we hold you close to our thoughts and prayers to peace, for peace to shine upon you and your family. Jai Sai Ram. I now request Brother Brajmohan Otto sir from Odisha to share. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, everyone. Dear Brother Kannan, I am not here today to bid a farewell to you. Neither am I saying a goodbye. I am here to say thank you. A big thank you, indeed, from the core of my heart. Thank you for entering our lives and making a space for yourself within us. If it were not you, we wouldn't have learned what a true Sai Sevak could be. Thank you, Brother Kannan. Like the warrior Arjuna, only able to see the eye of the bird and nothing else, you saw nothing beyond Sopan. The Dronacharya in you taught us how to focus on work and never get distracted. Thank you, Brother Kannan. Like a true leader, you taught us not only to love the work, but also to love the person who does it. This mantra of yours will help us in building a dedicated group of volunteers to carry Sai's mission forward. Thank you. Thank you, Brother Kannan. Like a perfectionist, you taught us how to evaluate the product of our work, not being before being presented to Swami. You raised our observational skills. Thank you, Brother Kannan. Thank you, Brother Kannan, for entering our lives. We are not bidding a farewell. Please continue to stay in our hearts and carve a Sai Sevak out of each of us. Thank you. Thank you, Brother Kannan. Sai Ram. Now I request Amrita Madam from state of Gujarat to speak a few words.
Sai Ram. Humble salutations at the divine lotus feet of beloved Swami. Sai Ram to all. I first met Kannan brother at the first T3 training held at Prashanti Nilayam. He was one of the participants and I was one of the trainers. Even at the very first meeting, the sterling qualities of dedication, humility, and simplicity and selflessness were clearly evident in him. Ever helpful, never hurtful, and always smiling, he literally walked the talk. Later, we kept meeting very often at Vidya Vahini trainings and meetings. I have had the good fortune of visiting his Sai Sankalpa school at Asankarani a few times, and he was so very attached to the school. He was also a very active member of the Maripakam Samiti, and once he invited me as a guest speaker during Swami's birthday celebrations. His sudden demise has left us all shattered. But as our tribute to this great soul, a yogi, we shall try our best to make the Sopan program a great success. I had texted him the previous day he left us, saying that I will not be able to complete the ongoing Sopan training due to a time crunch. Immediately he called me and he asked me to continue and not quit the program. The last mail I received from him was for the Gujarati translation for the Sopan program. My heartfelt condolences to his family, and as Sai devotees, though we all understand and accept Swami's wish, yet we are all still in shock. A very big thank you, Brother Kannan. You continue to live in all our hearts. Sai Ram. Now I invite Sai Ram Kumar brother to share his thoughts.
Om Sri Sai Ram. Humble pranams to Bhagwan. It's very difficult to say the least that Kannan brother is not amongst us. It is very difficult to accept this reality. This அவர் இல்லைங்கிறத நினைச்சு பார்க்கவே முடியல. எங்க மெயில் ஓபன் பண்ணா கண்ணன், போன் எடுத்தா கண்ணன், என்ன பண்ணினாலும் கண்ணன் கூடவே இருக்கிற மாதிரியே தான் இருக்கு. He's there somewhere in a loving form, in a divine dimension. I'm sure he's hearing to all what we are speaking. He's there with us. That's how I feel. ஆனா அவர் இல்லைங்கிறது ரொம்ப ரொம்ப அக்செப்ட் பண்ணிக்கிறது ரொம்ப முடியவே இல்லை, நம்பவே முடியல. திடீர்னு ஒருத்தர் இப்படி காணாம போக முடியுமா? I've been associated with him for more than 15 years. இந்த 15 வருஷத்துல all that I've seen is Kannan on the smiling face. Whenever I think of Kannan, the smiling face comes to the mind. ஒரு தடவை கூட அவர் கோவமா பேச நான் கேட்டதில்லை. No, I have not also heard from anybody that they have heard Kannan speak, be angry or speak any harsh words. Like Subbu Brother said, this is not a normal person. He is a divine soul. அது வந்து புரியவே இல்லை. இருக்கும்போது the only thing I feel not good about is not appreciating him as much when he was with us, with me. Took him for granted. ஏதோ அவர் எப்பவுமே இருக்க போறாரு. Never once thought that this day will come, we will miss him. It is we were speaking about என்னெல்லாமோ பிளான் பண்ணோம். ஜூன்ல இங்க போறோம், அங்க போறோம், ஜூலைல இங்க போறோம், இங்க ட்ரைனிங் இருக்கு. We were planning so much. And I hear அவரோட ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் கிட்ட எல்லாம் சொல்லியிருக்காரு, ஜூனுக்கு அப்புறம் என்ன நீங்க பார்க்கவே முடியாது. I'll be so busy. ஜூனுக்கு அப்புறம் என்ன பார்க்கவே முடியாது. So we took him for granted. We take everything, like everything in life, we took Kannan for granted. We took him to be an ordinary person. It's an irreparable loss. We don't know how life is not going to be the same anymore. Sopan, Vidya Bahini, anything on my daily life. I've been speaking to him more than anybody else for the last 2 years. Every day, that was the only day. June 10th was the only day I did not speak to him in several months. I can only thank Swami for bringing Kannan into our lives, into my life. Some of the learnings I take is we should appreciate one another, as life is very short. I think we should appreciate one another much more than what we do. I wish I had the time with Kannan brother to tell him how much we value him, how much we appreciate what he has done in our lives. I can only thank and show gratitude to Mother Saroja for giving birth to such a lovely son, bringing up him so nicely, and allowing him to spend time with all of us. And Kannan brother always had a tagline under his signature in his emails, which says, "Aspire to live in peace, not in plenty." For some reason, அவர்கிட்ட அதை பத்தி பேசினதே இல்லை. Why all these 15 years I've seen him in his emails, personal emails, the tagline is this. I'm sure he is one person who never went after anything materialistic, anything material. He never aspired for money. He never aspired for title. He never aspired for anything materialistic in this world. I'm sure he has attained the peace that he aspired for. He is one with Swami. The only prayer at this moment I have is that Swami, he should give us the strength to share the love and cheer that Kannan brother has shared with all of us. I think I should share the love and cheer he has left with us. Sairam. I request Rashri to take over.
Sairam. I've never done a PPT in the last few years without working with Kannan. Little things, little colors. And the cheer he added with every interaction. Kannan entered our life by Sai Sankal. That's the school that he founded. And we entered along with that in our life. Of course, I have not shared my childhood with Kannan like many friends been talking. We missed your friendship in childhood, Kannan. But having said that, Kadai Sollum Kannanai ni vandai, and you made us all our children.
He made us really live that childhood again. Be it crafting stories or learning aids or slogging in spreadsheets or in Suravali Sutrupayanam. Work became a divine play because of the strength you gave. நீ கொடுத்த பலத்தினால். With your love and smile, you touched old and young across many miles. And we never imagined a day in Sopan without you. We never. We don't know whether Sopan lost its son or Ba. It's just incomplete without you and also our life. Why did you leave? Don't go. Please don't go. Podum, odiva, kanna, olinjikada. That's what our mind is saying at one side. Accept the divine will. The other side just keeps parroting. I've never been close to Swami when he was in physical form. We missed the proximity to Mother's side. But she blessed us with his dear son to be with us for so long. Nal Nandmanai, Anbu Tambiyai. Actually, Deva Urumamai, we miss you so dearly. Please give us the strength to spread love and cheer that succeeded in all our hearts. Your vision, our vision, to make everyone a child and be a lifelong learner. Swami bless us that Kannan lives in our heart as divine love always. Sairam. Ramuti brother.
Sairam, no words actually. ஒரு நாளைக்கு 3 நேரம் பேசுவோம் actually. We used to talk 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. Every time it would be half an hour minimum. But only with the Vani work. ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருக்கு. பர்சனல் பத்தி பேசுனதே இல்லையே அவர்கிட்ட. But last 2 weeks, it is the same thought actually as Sairam brother. I echo what he told. It's a heartfelt speech by Sairam brother. We really miss him actually. எந்த வேலை கொடுத்தாலும் நல்லா பண்ணுவார். Be it SRC or the Virudhunagar work, it is not that easy actually. And the விடாமுயற்சி, perseverance, which Shobha ma'am told also, we have to learn from him actually. It is a big loss to the Vidyavahini family, really. The meaning of loss, we can really realize now. And in my feeling, he is actually a karma yogi. I pray Swami definitely should have given him சாயுஜ்யம் கொடுத்திருப்பார்னு நம்புறேன். அவருக்கு அவர் பண்ண அவ்வளோ நல்ல வேலைக்கு அன்பா யார்கிட்டயுமே கோவமே பட்டது கிடையாது. அவங்க குடும்பத்துல எல்லாருக்கும் சுவாமி ஸ்ட்ரென்த்தை கொடுத்து, எல்லாருக்கும் ஸ்ட்ரென்த்தை கொடுத்து பரிபூர்ண ஆசை கொடுக்கணும் சுவாமி. அதான் வேண்டேன். சாய்ராம். ஓவர் டு யூ ராஜி மேம்.
சாய்ராம். முதல்ல கண்டன சாய் சிங்கிள் ஸ்கூல்ல தான் பார்த்தேன். அறிமுகம் திருச்சியா இந்த வயசுல அவருக்கு அப்படின்னு ஒரு சாய் போனேன். ரொம்ப பழைய கால நினைவுகள்லாம் வருது. நாளைக்கு கொண்டு நிப்பார். அவர் தான் ஒரு ஸ்கூலா 2 ஸ்கூலா அவ்வளவு ஒரு ஸ்கூலுக்கு போயிருக்காரு. இத பார்த்து ரொம்ப ஆச்சரியப்படுவேன். நான் என்னோட பர்சனல் வேலையா யூஎஸ்ல இருக்கச்சு சொல்வேன். நான் ஜூன் 1st வீக்ல அவர்கிட்ட நான் பேசினேன். சாய்ராம், உங்களோட நான் விருதுநகர் ஸ்கூலுக்கு எல்லா ஸ்கூலுக்கும் வரேன். கொஞ்ச நாளா என்னால கலந்துக்க முடியல. ஜூன் 10th அப்புறம் தான் பண்றேன். சாய்ராம், நீங்க 10th அப்புறம் நீங்க வாங்க. ஏன் இந்த 10th சொன்னாரு அன்னைக்கு எனக்கு புரியல. அவர் எல்லார்ட்டையும் ஒரு குட் ஃப்ரெண்ட், ஒரு கைட், so humble to receive all suggestions, any training. முதல்ல மைக் வைக்கிறதுல நாங்க தான் இருப்பேன். அவரு சுப்புபத்ரம் 2 பேரும் சிரிச்சு பேசிட்டு எவ்வளவு ட்ரைனிங்ஸ். ஹோட்டல்ல எல்லாம் உட்கார்ந்து இருக்கச்சு அங்க கூட ரூம் சார்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் வச்சிருந்தோம், உட்காந்துட்டு இருப்போம். சாப்பிட்றதெல்லாம் இவ்வளவு ஜாலியா பேசிட்டே சாப்பிடுவோம். temple visits. So many good memories. எனக்கு மட்டும் இல்ல, எல்லாருக்கும் இந்த குட் மெமரிஸ் இருக்கு. எங்கிருந்தோ வந்தான் எங்கள் கண்ணன், இங்கு இவனை நாம் பெறவே என்ன தவம் செய்து விட்டோம். கண்ணா, you are always with us. You are omnipresent. Sairam. Over to Vidya Swaminath.
Sairam.
Vidya, you can take a moment. It's all right. Take a moment to compose yourself. How will you speak? No worries.
Sairam, I request Veena sister, who is leading the TNPYF team, to share her thoughts. I'll come back after Veena.
Sure, sure. Over to Veena.
My pranam to dearest Swami. Sairam to everyone. My respectful namaskar to Brother Kannan's family. In my few interactions with Kannan brother, as part of my regular duties within the Mission English program, I found him to be disarmingly friendly, humble, and very dedicated about the Sopan program. He also laughed easily and evidently loved children. It was extremely unfair that he was taken away at this age, where he could do abundantly more for the TN school children. Kannan brother Madri, innum nariya per inda ulagathula irkanum. A world that has more people like him, with the zeal and dedication he showed, will be truly beautiful. I can only pray that I am able to bring these values into my work in Vidya Vahini. Jai Sairam.
Sairam, கண்ணன் பிரதர் மாதிரி அவரோட உடம்புல ஒரு அணுவிலையும் சுவாமிக்கு நம்ம சர்வீஸ் பண்ணணும். அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு துளி கூட சுயநலம் இல்லாத இன்னொருத்தரை நான் பார்த்ததே இல்லை சைரம். இனிமேலும் பார்க்க போறது இல்லை. என்ன ஒர்க் பண்ணாலும் சுவாமிக்காக பண்றேன், சுவாமிக்காக என்ன வேணாலும் பண்ணலாம். கொஞ்சம் கூட அந்த டூவர்ஷிப் கிடையாது. நான் போனேன், நான் பண்ணினேன், என்னால இவ்வளவு நடந்தது. கண்ணன் பிரதர் கிளம்பிட்டாரு, பட் நம்மள எல்லாரையும் பேச வச்சிருக்காரு. அவரால என்ன நடந்தது, பட் அவரோட வாழ்க்கை சாய்ராம் சுவாமியோட மெசேஜ் என்னன்னா, நான் எதுவும் பண்ணல, பகவான் இருக்காரு எல்லாருக்குள்ளயும். அந்த குழந்தைகளுக்குள்ள பகவான் இருக்காரு. அந்த பகவானை பார்த்துதான் கம்ப்ளீட்டா தன்னை அர்ப்பணம் பண்ணிட்டார். அவ தங்க மீரா இன்னைக்கு அவாத்துல போய் பார்த்த போது, இவ்வளவு பெரிய பொறுப்பு எனக்கு கொடுத்துட்டு போயிட்டேன்னு சொன்ன. அவ அம்மாவுக்கு சொல்றதுக்கு ஆறுதல் சொல்ல வார்த்தை இல்ல சாய்ராம். இப்ப நம்ம எல்லாம் நம்ம லைஃப் எப்படி நடக்க போறது, கண்ணன் இல்லாம சோபான் என்ன ஆக போறது, வித்யாவாகினி என்ன ஆக போறது, எவ்வளோ கேள்விகள். அவளுக்கு கண்ணன் தான் எல்லாமே, மீராக்கும் சரோஜா மாமிக்கும். காலம் நிச்சயம் எல்லா புண்களையும் ஆற்றும், ஆனா அதுக்கு ரொம்ப நாள் ஆகும். இப்ப நாங்க எல்லாரும் சிந்துற இந்த கண்ணீர், அன்பா கண்ணனை பத்தி நாங்க நினைவு கூறுற இந்த நினைவுகள், இதெல்லாம் மாமி மீரா உங்க நெஞ்சுக்கு ஒரு மருந்தா இருக்கணும். ஒரு நாளும் சுவாமி கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமா இந்த கண்ணன் மயிலிறகால வருடுற மாதிரி கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமா உங்க மனசுலே அந்த துக்கத்தை எல்லாம் எடுத்துடுவாரு சாய்ராம். ஹம்பிள் பிரணாம் செட் சுவாமி ஸ்ரீ. நிச்சயம் கண்ணன் சுவாமியோட தான் இருக்கு. இனிமே அவர் இல்லை, அவர் வேற, சாமி வேற கிடையாது. சரி சாய். நெக்ஸ்ட் கண்ணனோட ஆத்மார்த்த நண்பர் சுந்தர் அவரை கூப்பிட்டார்.
Sairam. First of all, my sincere thanks to everyone who joined this call. கண்ணன் ஆல்மோஸ்ட் எனக்கு வருஷம் சொல்ல முடியல, 20 வருஷம் மேலே இருக்கும். இனிஷியலி இந்த ஃபேமிலி சாடி பற்றி கிடையாது. நான் பால விகாஸ் படிச்சு வந்தது. கண்ணன் சின்ன குழந்தைய வருவான், சின்ன ட்ராயர் போட்டுட்டு வருவான். கண்ணன் தாய் ஃபேமிலி கிடையாது. பால விகாஸ்ல படிச்சு சொன்னது எல்லாத்தையுமே சின்சியரா அடாப்ட் பண்ணிட்டு சுவாமி சொல்ல மாதிரி பக்கா டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர்மேஷன். எல்லாரும் சொல்லிட்டீங்க, டிசிப்ளின், சின்சியாரிட்டி, டெடிகேஷன் எல்லாமே. எனக்கு கொடுத்த ஸ்பேஸ் கண்ணன் கொஞ்சம் நஞ்சம் இல்லை. ஈச் அண்ட் எவ்ரி டே ஆல்மோஸ்ட், whether he is in Puttaparthi, he is in Virudhunagar, he is in பாளையங்கோட்டை ஆர் மடிப்பாக்கம், கண்ணனோட பேசாம போன் வச்சதே கிடையாது. எவ்ரி சண்டே மார்னிங் இம்மிடியட்லி ஆஃப்டர் நகர் சங்கீதன் 2 பேர் வந்துருப்போம். சொல்லிட்டு போன லெசன் அட்லீஸ்ட் அவனுடைய டிசிப்ளின்ல கொஞ்சமாவது நான் அதை ஃபாலோ பண்ணணும். அது பிரே சுவாமி அவ அம்மாக்கு ஸ்ட்ரென்த் கொடுக்கணும் இந்த லெசன் பண்றதுக்கு. ஓவர் டு கோபி.
Sairam to all. I'm Gopi. ஸோ எனக்கு கண்ணனா வந்து நான் சின்ன வயசுல இருந்தே தெரியும். ஸோ கண்ணனா நான் 7th ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் படிக்கும்போது பால் விகாஸ்ல இருந்தே எனக்கு கண்ணனாவை தெரியும். ஸோ நிறைய மெமரிஸ். எதை இப்ப சொல்றது, இப்ப ஒரு மாதிரி ஸ்ட்ரக் ஆகிதான் இருக்கும் எதை ஷேர் பண்றது. ஆனா பால் விகாஸ் அதெல்லாம் தாண்டி எங்களுடைய கனெக்ஷன் மேக்ஸிமம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா இப்ப சுந்தர் அண்ணாவா இருக்கட்டும், நானு, சுந்தர் அண்ணா, அசோக் அண்ணா, ஹரிஷ் அண்ணா எல்லாருமே போய் அந்த டிராவல் தான். நிறைய டெம்பிள்ஸ் டிராவல் பண்ணிருக்கோம். எஸ்பெஷலி போஸ்ட் கோவிட் எக்கச்சக்க விஷயம், நிறைய டெம்பிள்ஸ் போயிருக்கோம், நிறைய ஷேர் பண்ணுவோம். கண்ணானாவுடைய ஜோக்ஸ் மத்தவங்களுக்கு எப்படின்னு தெரியல, பட் ஆனா அவர் இன்ஸ்டன்டா அவர் சொல்ற அந்த விஷயம் அது வந்து அதெல்லாம் கண்டிப்பா நாங்க மிஸ் பண்ணுவோம். அண்ட் என்ன சொல்றது, இன்னும் கூட எனக்கு ஞாபகம், நாங்க மேக்ஸிமம் கோவிலுக்கு எல்லாம் போகும்போது 8 o'clock அந்த கால் இருக்கும், வித்யாவாணி கால். நான் கொஞ்ச நேரம் நான் 10 நிமிஷம் பேசிட்டு வந்துடுறேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாரு. அது வந்து அந்த அளவுக்கு டெடிகேட்டட் பர்சன் அவரு. வித்யாவாணியா இருக்கும், எல்லாத்துக்குமே வந்து அங்க டூர்ல கூட அவர் வந்து அந்த ஒர்க்கு தான் பார்த்துட்டு இருந்தாரு. ஸோ அந்த அளவு டெடிகேட்டான பர்சன். அண்ட் சாய்ராம் சார் சொன்ன மாதிரி கண்ணனா கோவப்பட்டு நான் சின்ன வயசுல பார்த்ததே கிடையாது. சிச்சுவேஷன் எவ்வளவு வருஷம் இருந்தாலுமே வந்து கண்ணனா வந்து ரொம்ப கூலா ஹேண்டில் பண்ணுவாரு. அவர்கிட்ட அந்த ஒரு ஹார்ஷா நம்மளே கூட சில டைம் வந்து நம்மளோட கூல லூஸ் பண்ணிடுவோம். பட் ஆனா அவர்கிட்ட வந்து எதா இருந்தாலுமே பொறுமையா தான் ஹேண்டில் பண்ணுவார். ஸோ அதெல்லாம் நம்ம கத்துக்க வேண்டிய ஒரு விஷயம் தான். ஸோ எனக்கும் என்ன சொல்றதுன்னு தெரியல. நெக்ஸ்ட் வீரா.
நிறைய சொல்லணும். சாரி.
சொல்லட்டுமா? சாய்ராம். ஓகே.
Thank you, Sairam.
Sairam, let us relive memories of Kannan brother through this small, beautiful video prepared by the MMT.
composition based on 3 different tals. The first one will be on Jap tal, which is a revolution of 10 beats.
Sairam, as we draw this session to a close with heavy hearts, I request our director, Srimati Karuna Ramani, to leave us with good memories and close this satsang.
Sairam, as we have all seen in the last 1 hour, Brother Kannan has left so much love and goodness behind that even as his colleagues, we are all so affected by his sudden demise. The difficulty and challenge that his mother, Srimati Saroja, and his sister Meera and the rest of the family must be going through. No one can claim that we understand what they're going through because it's impossible. For us as colleagues, he was so precious. So as a son, as a brother, living with him and to suddenly see him disappear in a second, this must be so difficult. To his mother, Srimati Saroja, and his sister Meera, on behalf of all of us in Vidyavahini, I offer our deepest condolences. And I want you to know that in all of us, Kannan has a sister and a brother. We are also your family. And we are connected to you as family because of this wonderful son that you gave birth to. So Kannan is the connection, and you're not alone in your suffering. You're not alone in your grief. We are all there for you. Whether we speak your language or you know us personally is not important. What is important is all of us loved Kannan like our brother. And in your pain, we are also partners. Secondly, I really had a great fondness for Brother Kannan because he was one of the rare people in Vidyavahini who had a great sense of humor, something that I really miss after I moved to India generally. And Kannan had a great sense of humor, and he would often joke with me, and he asked me to teach him how to make good presentations. So I just gave him a few tips, and then I said, there is one super secret method. After all this, you have to do one more thing. So he used to call it my OTP. So he'd always say, okay, when are you sharing the OTP? And I always told him, Kannan, remember, never share your OTP with anyone, because when the bank sends it to you, and only Kannan got it as a joke. I think if I said it to someone else, they would be offended. Kannan was such a spontaneously helpful person that I remember in one of our government trainings in Virudhunagar, a teacher with disabilities came. And the government people had only organized the meeting, and nobody had thought of how a person with a physical disability will go to the first floor. So who jumps forward? Obviously Kannan and Sairam brother. And they put him in a chair and they took him up the stairs. After that, for 1 month, Kannan was flat on the bed because his back gave way. He had a severe pulled muscle in his back. But when it came to helping, he did not think twice. He came to Puttaparthi to help us at the Srimati Ishwaramba school. And I just want to read to you, twice he came to train the teachers. And when those teachers heard that our brother has gone to Swami, this is what they wrote, and I want to read it to you from. We, the staff and students of Srimati Ishwaramba High School, are extremely sorry to hear about the sad demise of our dear Sai brother Kannan from the Sopan team. We are at loss of words to pen down our thoughts to the person who has dedicated his entire life in Swami Sai Seva. His gleaming smile, his sunny warmth, and loving visage also quickly glided to heavenly abode. Yes, time came to a standstill as we had to embrace the darkest moment of losing a very loving, enterprising, dynamic, ardent teacher and the most humble human being. We still feel his presence around us in the grand assembly of seekers, eagerly awaiting to imbibe the complex and unfamiliar concepts so aesthetically crafted in the interactive Sopan sessions. We cherish the glorious moments where Brother Kannan patiently interacted with each child with love and kindness. He meant the world to them. for it was a new concept of playway method of teaching that the students were being introduced to. As we feel the void of his absence, Brother Kannan has silently touched the hearts of countless students across states, dedicating his entire life in Swami's mission. Collectively, we convey our deepest condolences to his family. Please convey our special heartful sympathies to Brother Sairam, Sister Rajshri, and the entire Sopan team. May Swami's blessings be with them to continue the noble task of teaching the teachers. We are sure Kannan brother will be missed in every step of it. Thank you, Sister Karuna, for introducing us to the very dedicated Sopan family. Yours in Sai Seva Janaki on behalf of staff and students of Srimati Ishwaramba High School, Prashantilalayam. This is so difficult to accept and move on and pretend everything is normal, because nothing will be normal now. But we can't change it. This is something that nobody can do anything about. I think we just have to remember what Swami taught us, that all of us are just bubbles that are rise or waves of the ocean. What does the wave do? It rises and then merges back in the ocean. All of us are those waves too. We should never miss an opportunity to appreciate and express our love for each other as brothers and sisters, because we have so many wonderful people around us, and sometimes we take each other for granted. And remind ourselves that birth and death, body, not easy. This is not the gyan I'm here to give Mrs. Saroja, whose heart is hurting right now. This is not any philosophy, because nothing can bring solace to a mother who's grieving the loss of her wonderful child. But when a river merges in the ocean, there is a very important analogy. When the river merges in the ocean, the river does not cease to exist because it becomes the ocean. So when a person merges in the light, they cease to exist only that individual identity, yes, but they become the light. So today, Kannan is part of the gazillion little light bulbs that make the cosmic light that is our Swami. And together, let us send lots of love and gratitude to Kannan in our hearts as we watch him perform this beautiful Aarti to Swami. I urge all of you to stay with us till the Aarti is concluded. Deepest condolences to the family, and my sincere thanks to everybody in the Vidyavahini family who joined us today. Sai Ram.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Satya Sai Hare Bhakta Jana Samrakshak Bhakta Jana Samrakshak Pati Maheshwara Om Jai Jagadish Hare Shashi Vadana Shrikara Sarva Pranapate Swami Sarva Pranapate Ashrita Kalpalatika Ashrita Kalpalatika Avadandhava Om Jai Jagadish Hare Mata Pita Guru Daivamu Mariyantayu Nive Swami Mariyantayu Nive Nada Brahma Jagannatha Nada Brahma Jagannatha Nagendra Shayana Om Jai Jagadish Hare Omkara Rupa Ojasvi Ho Sai Mahadeva Satya Sai Mahadeva Mangala Arati Anduko Mangala Arati Anduko Mandala Giridhari Om Jai Jagadish Hare Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
Saranam to all.